Oh my god.
And everybody loses it. Congratulations,
Amazing,
everybody!
y'all.
You failed on your wisdom saves.
We won
Professional.
D&D.
Yep.
Oh god. Alright. Whew. Hey everyone, welcome to the Dirty 20 Presents Azaria. I will be your Dungeon Master for tonight's game. My name is Zep, and around me are some of my friends. So please, guys, introduce yourselves.
Hello everyone, I am back, and I am Ace, and I play as Spade, the Shifter Monk, and others. Thank you. I forgot how to do this.
And others.
Hey guys, my name is Throwaway Doodles, and I play the mute rogue, Blaze. And you can find me on Twitter. That is at Throwaway Doodles, and you can also find me on Twitch with another group, which is twitch.tv/BlackDragonRP. And yeah, that's it for me.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hi,
we
I'm
can.
Ellie. Yes, and I play the tiefling warlock named Aster. So nice to see you, everyone.
Hells yeah.
Hail, men of land. My name is JC. I am at JCSFLO, and I play the Triton cleric named Mihryn and Alois.
What's up? I'm Mike, and I play the High Elf Bard Alois. You can find me on Twitter at __MakeArt.
Hello, people of the internet. I am Roy, and I play the Kenku monk with chimes.
Hello, it's me.
Amazing.
So good, man. So
Let's
good.
go.
Still looking for your cat, are you?
I'm so looking for. It's
Where's your
me.
cat, man?
It's a me, Neko Orchid. I play the your boy Engi Hayden Zar. He's Engi man, Asimar barbarian. I'm losing my
Engi man.
brain cells.
We
Cat?
just started.
We are streamers, seasoned streamers. By
Oh
the way.
god. Just a little
We're
peek
legit
behind
guys,
the
I
scenes. We
promise.
had like wacky conversations before this game, before we started stream.
Oh, wacky is an
It all
understatement.
started when an alien device.
Did what it did and stuck itself upon his stream. Oh god. Okay,
Alright.
just to move things forward, thanks guys for introducing yourselves. And now for our announcements. At the JC, please take us away.
Zep?
Am I lagging? Yes.
I'm hearing the Beatles singing Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
Is it
Bad.
because I'm single?
It's because we are having it's because we're having a post Valentine's Day one-shot special on February 15 at 8:30 p.m. GMT +8.
Hell
So
yeah.
instead of having a Chompy Savern, we will be having this one-shot special. You'll be seeing a lot of familiar faces and some new ones. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I will be the DM for the game.
Yay!
Know
Dungeon
that.
Master!
Yeah, so
Best
please
DM.
join us. If you don't have anything to do post Valentine's Day, just
If you're
come hang out with
Feeling
us.
single.
If you're feeling single and ready to mingle with D&D kids, just
Whoa.
hang out with us instead.
Whoa.
Oh, that sounded really bad.
Also, just a little
Ow.
shout out. Dead Aussie Gamer is watching us right now. Thank you for rating
Hey.
us before,
Hey.
and that's
Hey.
it. That's it
What's
for
poppin'?
that's it for the announcements. Back to you, Zep.
Yes,
Pog.
and also before we continue, we would like to say a big thank you as well to Mossy Gator for
Oh,
our
yeah.
token art, and Kenshin, of course, to
Kenshin
our
forever.
our forever technomancer, and we really do appreciate you, bud. Like, you are top tier. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now that everything's settled.
God.
Oh, by the way, if you need to listen to the music, yes, it is
Yep.
on the Discord that we have. Yeah, so with everything set and out of the way, and everyone's kind of calming down, let's get in with tonight's episode of Azaria. After an eventful reunion, Aster shows up with a different aura to him, further solidified by the new rapier that he holds in his hand. Black, shiny metal extends to the left and to the right as it kind of like swirls and bands around a blood red blade that drips crimson onto the floor. As with everything settled and Mihryn kind of having a emotional moment, to say the least. Mihryn steels herself and finally gets into grips. She and the rest of the party go back to the council, to the castle um, to reconvene and kind of like breathe it all out. The council meeting starts early because of this, and they start to talk about, before the intended time, some growing concerns within the city. Alois and the others opened up about exposing Fizzle Drip to serve, exposing Fizzle Drip basically to the king. Sorry, I'm like kind of still picking up. To serve as a lead to a bigger realization about the this city's undercity and Lilith, the mysterious sibling who works for Lauren as a spy in the Crimson Dawn, who the adventurers realize to be Aster's sister. The meeting continues as a shrouded bird-like figure drops a package to the table, revealing maroon horns. The same horns. It seems to be the same horns that Lilith has. But right now, as we continue this game, we go to the lone wolf. Right now, after experiencing some sort of disorientation and eventually fainting unconscious, just because of the presence of the alchemist from the earlier encounter. This might be something more than he realizes. And now within Gray's mindscape, I would like to request everyone to deafen, except
Already.
for Gray.
Oh, we just got here.
Just go here.
This is how we
Wait,
gonna
is
start.
for real?
This is how we gonna start.
Like for real? Okay.
Gray, are you
Yes.
there?
I am here.
Gray, you find yourself slumbering within the hospice of Cygnus Castle. Surrounding your body are some linen sheets that are soft to the touch. Your bed, almost as soft as a cloud. You're taken deep into your dreams as you feel a sense of rest waft over your disturbed consciousness. Can you take us through what's going on in your mind, especially after you heard that Dr. Draven was related to the alchemist?
Okay, first of all, as Gray, he wouldn't care as much as the
Okay.
others would.
All right.
But I think it's like the shock. He experiences shock every once in a while when you front.
Yes.
Because he's not out that much. But I think it comes along with the realization that Dr. Draven is somehow within his mindscape as well. So, I think he can't wait to get back inside and try to hassle this guy
True. As you continue to remain in your slumber, though, you start to see yourself in a very familiar place. We haven't been exploring a lot about how your mind looks like, how your mind space looks like, especially in the point of view of Gray. Gray, you start to see yourself in a room with multiple doors.
Oh god. We
With
go
red
again.
lights filling the place, as your mind is filled with a curious sensation. You find yourself kind of alone, and you find that loneliness. You usually find it pleasant, right? Whenever you're alone.
Yeah, it's Gray. Yeah.
Yeah. But this time, it feels more worrying than ever. What do you want to do?
God. Okay, so I haven't been here in forever. um, I guess I'll just start by like shouting hello into the void.
So as you shout a huge hello, 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 it seems to, even though this room is kind of small, it echoes like a huge cave, bouncing off from the walls and like returning, reverbing back to you. You realize that you're alone. As you look both left and right, you do see the familiar rooms, the familiar doors that represent the people that you care about.
Uh,
But as you continue to like peer to your left and to your right, I'd like you to make a perception check with advantage, please.
okay, let me just pull up Gray's sheet right now.
Yes.
I was so not prepared to be Gray today because we talked about it and we were
Yes.
like, oh yeah, okay, let's use Spade, but now
Don't worry.
yeah, we're Gray. A perception with advantage.
Yes,
Alright.
with advantage.
That's a nat 20.
With a nat 20. You're gonna hate me for this, but you do see the door that once was boarded up, now opened, without anything to block or impede the way to it. A door that vanished from the very eyes of Spade is now open to you. What do you want to do?
I'm trying to recall which door it is, but let's go open that door.
I mean, yeah, as you open the door, it creaks. As you kind of like inch closer and closer, you feel this sensation that is kind of bearing down on your shoulders. It feels heavy and unsettling, but it feels familiar. This wave of terror kinds to like seep in slowly but surely into your heart.
This is unusual. This is a room I've been in before, yes?
This is a room
No.
that was once closed.
Ooh, okay. This is scary. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look around.
Okay. Do you go in?
Yes, I do go in and take a quick look around.
Okay. As Gray, you've never been in this room. Maybe as other people, you have. As you take a step in, you start to grab and claw as you sink in, as your foot kind of like, you know when you miscalculate your next step and you kind of feel like you're falling, but this time you are really falling, and you're
Yeah,
falling
yeah.
into like an eternal void. You start clawing and trying to grab onto something because you can take yourself. You can basically like handle it with your body, even hanging on quickly to anything because you are kind of like acrobatic like that. But no matter how much you claw, you feel like you're just falling eternally. And your as your hands are kind of grabbing onto nothing, it's making like ripple sounds.
Okay.
And as you continue to sink deeper and deeper into the void, you stop. And you're like you feel now you kind of feel like you're floating midair, but something is like controlling your body to stand up straight. And it places your feet on what seems to be solid ground. As a voice echoes, and you see a man sort of in the distance with salt and pepper hair, a fine suit, and he has this kind of like distraught but learned look in his face. And he says to you, "It's been a while. How you been, Gray?"
First of all, question towards the DM.
Yes.
I know this guy is great.
Yeah, yes, you sure do. With a nat 20, I'll give it to you. He walks in closer to you, face to face. It's Draven. How you been?
Alright. Why are you here?
Why? This is our shared space.
Why are you here?
I was never gone, Gray. Do you think, after what you've done, that I would be gone? After what
do you-
Spade's done, that I would be gone?
What do you mean?
We're all just residents here, eternally living, breathing, merely existing, taking up a little bit of each other's time as it passes by. Have you not noticed?
But you weren't here before.
I wasn't here before.
No, you were someone else.
I was always here, Gray.
You had a family, dude. Come on.
He kind of looks confused.
You had like a wife and a child. I
I.
think you had a dog.
What you're saying is like kind of you see this baffled look on his face.
Yeah.
I don't. I was always here. You were always
Ah.
here. Eternally.
I mean, I was
Living,
always here. You
breathing.
weren't.
Are you the one that's confused, Gray? You've been here for eons. You and I, and some others, we've been here, back and forth, sharing time. Have you noticed how you have not aged a day, even after 100, 200 years?
I mean, I don't think it's been that long. Has it?
And we seem to know more about others than we do ourselves. This I've noticed. You seem to know more about me than I you.
Uh-huh.
You used to have a brother. Though people say that you don't look much alike.
Nah, dude.
He's
Are you messing with me?
green-skinned, jolly, tells a lot of good stories with limited vocabulary.
No. Doesn't ring a bell.
A very curious situation indeed, don't you think? You know about my family, and I know about yours. Fascinating, fascinating. You see him kind of like twirl around and like walk back and forth, thinking about the things that he might not know. If that were true, then I must have been wasting my time here, existing, isn't it? You must have been wasting your time. We all must have been wasting our time. Who did this to us?
I'm having a blast, actually.
You're having a... What have you been doing in your share of the time?
That's... Come on. Just, there's a thing called personal space. So, that's up to me.
But you're me and I'm you.
No,
So-
no. You're Draven. You taught the guy who eats tritons, and now
Oh, him.
I'm Gray.
You
and
met my student, Rayao.
How did you meet him if... I don't know him. I don't think Spade knows him.
There's a lot for us to talk about, but I'm afraid we have limited time. Tell me, Gray,
Yeah.
you're looking for something. Or someone. You are, aren't you? Someone that hasn't been here for a long, long time.
Yeah. I mean, Spade told me to, so I mean...
So
Isn't
it's
that
not
what, like...
you directly.
No, I mean, but we're all, you know, trying to look for that person. I mean,
Well,
you
I
should
guess we should just call her in. Spade? Spade. You see Spade emerge from like the darkness. Kind of like...
too. Wait, hold on, what the
What's
fuck
up?
is this? Are you guys having a secret meeting and I'm not invited?
What do you mean secret meeting? We always did this.
In the dark?
Are you okay?
Nah, we have our meetings outside on the table, not in here in the dark.
It was never hard to go inside this room.
No, I call cap. That is a lie. That is a lie. It was boarded up with like boards.
Who told you this? What do you mean?
You did.
I did?
You did.
No. No.
Yeah.
Then like looking at you from like across the room as Draven kind of having like a confused look on his face as well. Something's wrong. I feel like something's wrong. Do you feel like something's wrong?
Yeah, I feel like something's wrong. Like, do you feel like something's wrong?
I feel like something's wrong. Do you guys feel like something's wrong?
Yeah, something's definitely wrong.
As you keep on kind of like repeating, something's wrong, there seems to be something wrong, you feel like the ground kind of like shakes subtly, and you all kind of like are wondering, and this curious like this curious occurrence that's happening within your mind seems to putting a lot of pressure into you, and within your physical body, outside of your mind, your body is shifting form.
Oh snap.
And as you continue to just argue with yourself, three versions of yourself within this room, you snap awake. And now you're back a Spade.
Something's definitely wrong.
And as you do wake up, I want you to make a perception check, please.
No, Spade, please do better. Please do good. 17.
With a 17, as you kind of like check yourself as you do wake up, you notice something different about you. Your hair, from the orange that it is silvery white right now.
No! Oh
Like-
no!
What do you want to do?
It was Gray's hair. This is not my hair. I'm just like staring at it.
You see, as you're like kind of like staying, muttering to yourself, you see like the caretaker seems to like walk by and like, did you dye your hair, ma'am?
No, it just stress.
You're wait. You're wearing the same clothes, but isn't a man? Isn't like a man sleeping there? Who are you?
I take my things and I leave.
Wait. You see, as you immediately
I just like
make,
run.
yeah, make your way out. With that said, as you do make your way out, we will call everyone in. As you're kind of rushing, like you see, like the caretaker has like a confused look in his face. What was that? I don't understand. And right now, as you're kind of walking through the halls, you make your way, kind of like asking questions left and right, to where your other companions are.
I'm making absolutely no contact with everyone and just running.
Okay.
Just running it.
You're just running around, kind of like pacing through.
I'm trying to recall where the kingdom is.
Because of your familiarity with like strange places, I will say that you kind of make your way through the hall, and as you slam open like the doors, you realize that everyone is kind of sitting in a long table, and discussing things, and they just got greeted with something that dropped in front of King Lauren right now. And as you enter, yeah,
I'm
what do you
just
want to do?
I raise my bandana, like up to my head, and I just go in, and I'm just like, I sit.
For everyone else, yeah, you do point to you see wind chimes kind of point to you as you enter the room. Something for those with quick eyes, namely, I would say who has a passive perception of more than 14. Raise your hand.
I have
more than 14.
I have the exact amount of 14.
14. How about the
16.
others?
16.
16.
Yeah,
14. Okay. For
Why does
everyone,
everyone have good perception and I have
For-
like shitty perception?
which times? How much perception do you have?
I have 14.
Passive. 48. Okay. Oh God. Everyone except for Aster notices. That there's something.
The irony.
There's something different about Spade that she quickly kind of like covers the rest of her like head as she enters.
Play squints.
I'm
Y-
still
y-
focused on the horn. I know Spade's there, but like I'm focused on the horn.
Oh yeah, there was a horn.
You
Oh,
see
wait,
Vaughn
it's
like,
right here.
who are you all looking? Oh, hey Spade. What's up?
Sorry.
What's up with you?
Sorry. Tardiness.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Just- yes.
Huh. All right.
Please continue.
You see Lauren kind of take the horn and look at Aster. And this is where we left off last time, right?
Yeah.
No.
Lilith.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You're gonna have to stop. I would like to throw a punch.
Go ahead, roll to hit.
Oh crap!
Yes, please.
Who are you
Besties.
punching?
The
I'm
king.
not even. Yeah, I'm not even gonna Eldritch blast it because I'm too in it. You know.
Wait, hold
Wait.
commands.
Go ahead.
I just
roll to hit.
arrived. Are
Unarmed
you gonna
strike.
punch me?
Unarmed strike.
Okay. Is this
Uh,
okay? Did it work? Is it?
You roll damage.
roll
No,
I
that's
rolled
damage.
damage.
That's damage.
Yeah, yeah,
The one with the
I'm
plus.
sorry.
Yes, you click the one with the plus.
Thank
Wait.
you.
DM
Yes.
Dungeon Master.
Yes.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Would anyone want to?
It doesn't hit anyways.
No
Okay.
need. No need.
As
We
you,
just watch
as
her
you
flail.
see Aster immediately stand up and throw like an immediate punch, Lauren
What's this
just
throwing hands.
with the worry in his face, he kind of just catches your hand.
My nephew. Cheers.
Certified badass.
He stands up. He ushers a person to like go near him, the same person that he talked to when he was ordering for Fizzle Drip.
Mhm.
He whispers something. If anyone, does anyone
not-
want to listen to what he's whispering?
I want
Me?
to.
Yeah.
Because
I want to.
I'm just staring at Aster because
I'm pretty
Aster's
close.
here.
Yes, Aster's there.
This is still my. It's the same as my passive.
Blaze, do you
Yes, I
want
do
to as
recall.
well?
yeah, because as I remember last time I mentioned, I was already close, somewhere close to the king.
Yes, you were somewhere
Because
close
I
to
was
the
already feeling that something was gonna happen.
Yes. 16.
Fast.
Y'all
You're
good?
doing great. You're doing great, Ellie.
How about the others? Does anyone want to listen in? Mihryn, do you
I want to
perhaps?
listen in. Yeah.
Go ahead, roll perception for
Cool.
me first.
21.
Of course.
Nice,
Of course, it's
Mihryn.
you and Alois. Okay, with a 16 and a 21, anyone else? Wind chimes, Hayden, no? You good?
Okay,
You guys are good?
I'm rolling.
Okay, roll. Please roll. That is a 16.
Jesus Christ.
Wind chimes?
No, I don't think wind chimes.
Okay.
Actively
with that
trying
said-
to listen in.
Yeah. With that said, you hear him mutter some like words that he said to immediately take action and look for Lilith. Spare no expense and look through each and every inch of the city till we do find Lilith. If not, he kind of stops himself. Just go, he says. You see the guard immediately like go away. He ushers to one other guard to like take his position, and then he goes out himself to take care of this business. He's still holding your fist in his hand, tightly, Aster. I apologize.
Don't just apologize. Ah, bitch. Can I punch again?
You most certainly can try.
You can try.
I can really try.
You can keep trying.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Fuck.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Roll for damage, please.
oh really?
Oh shit.
No, that's just a 1.
That's just a
One.
one. All right.
One.
All right. There we go. Blaze
guys.
doesn't want to use a reaction.
What would you like to do, Blaze?
As a reaction, I can, if I'm close to a target that is taking damage,
Mhm.
I can intercept the attack and reduce that damage by
Oh, so you
1d10
do your...
plus.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, to a minimum of
Um,
0.
What you do
Immediately.
Blaze as like Aster's other hand kind of like reaches for Lauren's
Push it.
face.
No, redirect it. Push it away.
You kind of push it away, and like Lauren kind of like redirects the punch into like a side embrace to you.
They're gonna kiss. He's gonna cuck me.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Excuse me.
I didn't say anything. Y'all hearing things.
You hear Lauren whisper to you, "She's very precious to me too, and I will do everything in my power to search for Lilith."
That's disgusting. I don't believe it. That's disgusting. Please, I push him away. Does he take damage when I push him away?
He,
You really just want to hurt this man.
Just
he
You
kinda
just
allows
want
you
to
push
beat
him
him
away.
up.
He kind of allows you to push him away, but Vaughn says, "Aster, wait! Please, let's talk about this.
Well, what's there to talk about?
Everyone
How are you going to justify what just happened?
He ushers to everyone, if you don't mind, please, can you leave the room?"
No, I want them to stay. You're going to want them to stay.
I just got here.
You just kind of like,
If they don't stay, you don't know what I'm going to do to you.
Oh god.
you can lash out all you
I
want,
see.
Aster. Vaughn says to you, "You can lash out all you want, but know that we're doing everything to find Lilith."
That means nothing because you should have stopped this right when it was still starting. And then now, when things go south, that's when you're going to act? Is that it? Clearly, you've used her for your own gain, your own benefit. And then now that she got you what you wanted, you're going to say, "We're going to find her." Like, we're going to believe you. Does everyone believe him? I point at them, but I don't really... I don't listen to what they say.
You
But
see
I don't-
Lauren with like a frustrated look in his face. She knew what she was getting into. Don't
shouldn't
treat
have
your
left.
sister like a powerless thing.
Oh, wow. You know she's impulsive. You know she's impulsive. You know that this is bad for her. And you can't just act like she made this decision independently. With
Then
no
where have you been in all of this?
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
Civil
just
War.
whispered. I just
Hey, man.
whispered to like the person next to me, which I'm gonna assume is wind chimes, and just go like, "What's happening?"
Blaze just gives the king a dick. What the fuck?
Oh my god, hold your mans!
Someone hold down Aster.
I understand you disrespecting me in front of my entire kingdom. But it's bold of you to assume that your sister doesn't have any free will for herself. She
has-
can decide on her own.
she can decide on her own, but I don't know what you did to convince her to get back in there. Because
She did that out of her own volition. Because you weren't brave enough to stay.
oh shit! Oh shit!
At this point, he's just gonna raise up his hands. He's gonna take steps back, no longer in between Aster and Lauren.
Now, if you want to talk about this like civilized people and make out a plan, I suggest
You
you
don't
stay.
know anything. You don't know anything about us. I don't. Fine. Fine. Fine.
Everyone who
I'm only
needs to
doing this
leave,
to find her.
please do so. And make the most out of the remaining time that we have in this kingdom before we leave. He ushers everyone to leave except for Aster. And Vaughn, of course.
Mm.
Does everyone leave?
Scott here.
Alois will of course leave because we already did in the
Yes.
yes.
In the,
He
in
technically
the,
already did. So
yes. As you guys are going to leave, I would like to ask you, who do you go with except for Alois and Mihryn, because Alois and Mihryn went together.
Yeah.
Now, we have Hayden, Spade, Blaze, and Wind Chimes. How do you guys want to go out, and who do you go with?
I'm just tagging along.
Same with
I
you.
just arrived.
Oh, looks
I
like
wanna know what's
everybody's
happening.
leaving together.
I think we're all just like stuck on the steps of the castle.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like we don't know where to go.
Blaze would just sit by this by like this the side, the most side area of the steps leading towards that area. He's
Okay.
gonna sit there and just like hugging his bow
down.
staff,
Yeah.
just looking at the others, then looking at them wistfully. That's just it. That's just him.
So, is anyone going with you right now?
Yeah, I think like you know how like your teacher tells you to like stand outside.
Yeah.
just stand there.
I feel like we're just that. So we're
We're just
like
gonna
on
do
the
that.
steps. We're just like
Just-
waiting.
So as you do go outside, leaving a little bit of time, you see both Mihryn and Alois kind of go off in their separate way, leaving the rest of you kind of waiting by the stairs.
We're just
Um,
vibing.
Would the four of you want to eavesdrop?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly.
sure, let's see. Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
as a player, yes, but as Blaze, I don't think so. No.
Okay, Blaze is
Yes,
very
he's-
yes.
Yeah. He just sits there.
Okay.
I don't think,
Does anyone actively eavesdrop?
I don't
Spade's
think
gonna
Wind
try.
Chimes is the
I'm
type
gonna
to
pass.
actively
Aiden's gonna
eavesdrop.
passively eavesdrop. Like
passively
he'll just overhear what's happening.
I'm gonna try my hardest to listen in on the conversation.
Anyone? This conversation will be a little bit loud, so I would say that even though you don't try, you're still gonna hear a little bit of the conversation. And I would like everyone who's outside make a perception check, except for Alois and Mihryn,
Of course.
Yeah.
because
We're
they
doing our
bout
thing.
they bout to pop.
We're doing something.
Come on.
They didn't
Oh,
get that
I'm
one.
not hearing anything.
No, I got a 4!
Nico!
Wind chimes!
Wind chimes.
Lend me your ear. Wind chimes. I have a suggestion.
Oh my god, I can actually
radio
play
drop.
Wind
everything.
chimes just copy out everything you hear.
Radio drama.
With a 22, I will allow wind chimes
Oh my
to
God.
blurt out as much information as he
I
can
love
receive
this.
within this conversation, but I will require you to try and copy what I say or what Ellie says.
Oh my god.
That's so cool!
Okay?
Holy
Let's
shit!
go win.
Let's go, Wind
Wait,
Chimes!
I'm not
Good
ready
luck.
for this. I'm not ready for this. This is like
Impromptu voice acting. Here we
Let's go.
Once,
Well,
every once in a while, we're going to stop and we're gonna give it to you. Okay? Are you ready?
Not gonna lie, I'm not ready. Good luck. Good luck, Roy.
Bro, just like touch type everything you hear.
As they all leave the room, some of you guys kind of stay. Blaze, even though he doesn't actively listen, still hears a little bit. But Wind Chimes, on the other hand, does a little bit of his own interpretation of what's happening on the inside for the others to still get filled in. But unfortunately, because Mihryn and Alois wouldn't be here, I will require you both to deafen, please. This is a lot of deafen for this session. I'm sorry.
We have juicy drama anyway,
You
so we
guys
come
have
back.
Yeah.
juicy drama when you
I'm
come back.
excited.
Please,
Oh my God.
Eloise. Sorry, please, Aster. Sit down.
I will choose to stand. I will choose to stand.
Are you really going to be this petty?
I can be as petty as I want.
We're all working together.
Yes, we're working together. What about it? No, because you can't claim that you care about her as much as I do because you haven't known her as long as I have. And she's all I've got, really, so
She talks about you a lot as well. She used to tell a lot of stories when you were young. You guys used to have an older sister?
we don't talk about her.
Sometimes I'd like you to repeat some of the things that you've heard.
Wait,
The juicy bits.
my touch typing is coming to practice.
This is exciting.
Wait, so like we're behind the door or something.
Yeah.
So I'll go for that. Aster, please sit down.
It's so good.
I choose to stand. Are you really going to be this petty? I can be as petty as I want. Wait, I can't hear myself. We're all working together. What about it? You can't claim you know her as much as I do. I knew her longer than you do. I know that. She used to tell me about you. You used to have a older sister. Oh my god, used to? What the fuck?
Whoa.
How does everyone react to what you guys are hearing right now? How is everyone reacting to this?
In my brain, in my brain, what I'm seeing is like, oh, it's just Wind Chimes doing like a rapid, like cartoony switch,
I'm
and then
both-
like a hostile one, and I'm just like,
It feels weird.
Blaze is intrigued and entertained. Yes, thank you.
What Blaze does is, you know how he was sitting by the steps,
Yeah.
and looking towards the general, like probably the main street. Now what he does is he stands up. He sits in front. He like crisscross applesauce sits in front of
Yes.
what do you call this? The Kenku, and his eyes are open, like he's listening now
Oh my
intently
god!
on
I
this
don't
radio
trust
drama.
This
We
I
had
feels
this
like
discussion.
I don't
this
think
feels
we
like
should be listening on them.
this feels like the like when the kid who listens kind of like this feels like a classroom right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like back in the meeting hall, you hear, yeah, I'm sorry about that. You guys had a very rough childhood, but she always did say that she found comfort because you were always there for her. She was always grateful. But she also did say that you were very overbearing. And now I see that
That
firsthand.
that little shit.
He kind of gives you a smile. But as the years went by, she said that you changed. You've been through a lot, haven't you? More than what your sister knew.
I thought we were supposed to make a plan, not have a therapy session. I don't need a therapy session. I'm fine. Now can we please stop talking about all of this sappy shit and start looking for her?
Your father, he never. He kind of like stops himself because he kind of like is reminiscent of his own father. Your father was the same as I, right? As mine, sorry. Your father was the same as mine.
Oh,
Kind of. Always demanded more than what we could handle. Always saw us for our flaws, not for the things that we could do.
you can say that.
It's always our faults, our blemishes, the things that we couldn't be. Tell me, Aster. Did you find it brave to just run away?
I don't I don't understand why you have such a vested interest in my decisions. Why do you care?
I
Brave or
want.
not, cowardly or not, that's all I could do. So
He tries to put his hand on your shoulder.
I wrench away.
I want to understand. Not just our enemy, but the ones that I'm fighting alongside with. Even though you have dealt with more than you can handle from him already. So forgive me if I'm asking too much. But I really need us to be on good terms if we're going to be working together.
You broke my trust when I heard that you allowed her to do all these dangerous things. We lost that already. As for running away, you don't know what I know. And I think what I did was the only choice I had to do. So I don't know why you keep calling it cowardly, assuming and implying that shit. I don't know why. Because you seem to think that you know everything.
But those words weren't from me, Aster. Those words were your sister's. And now, Roy, it's your turn.
The
shit.
juicy parts. The juicy parts.
Oh shit.
So is the juicy part.
The juicy parts.
Okay.
My God. I mean, we can go with just the juicy parts.
Oh my god. I'm shaking. What just happened?
And then you hear like a kid voice from Winchamps, like, I still don't think it's a good idea that we're listening in on them.
Oh, God.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought we were supposed to make a plan, not a therapy session. I'm fine. We can stop talking about that sappy shit and start looking for her. Your father was the same as mine. Kind of. Always demanded more than we could handle. Always the flaws, not the things we could do. You could say that. It's always our faults, our blemishes, and about what we could be.
Oh my God.
Tell me, Aster, do you find it brave to run away? Sorry, it sounds so cringy coming from me. I'll make a cringe out.
So good. Keep going, my guy.
Oh, man.
I don't understand why you're such invested in my decisions. I want to understand. Just start. I'm cringe, sorry. Wait, this is out of character. I can't.
I believe in continue.
No, I can, but I cannot
I
the
love
lines.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my
good,
god,
juicy.
I want to understand not just our enemy, but the one that I'm fighting alongside with.
Oddly enough, can I say that oddly enough, would Blaze oddly enough find some sort of agree with that statement?
Almost certainly
A
you will.
a deep part of him, like he doesn't know why, but he kind of agrees with that statement.
Mm. Yeah, you feel it in your heart that you kind of like resonate with this, and it kind of draws you in more and more to this drama that's playing out. Yeah. How about the others? How are the others so far? Oh wait, you're muted.
You're muted.
Orchid, you're muted, man.
Oh,
There we go.
I'm just listening in, but like in the very confusing sense of what Winchamps is doing. This is weirdly entertaining.
Yes.
Get the popcorn, goddammit.
I'm just like, damn, that's fire though. Ouch.
Spade. I want you to reach into I want you to kind of perception check your bag right now.
Oh god, no.
Why?
Are we doing this
No.
now?
No, don't worry. I got you. Depends on what you roll though.
Oh no.
That one.
You
Human
pull up
skin.
some trauma.
He doesn't
Oh,
have
there you go.
That one.
You
human
notice
skin.
that you have some preserved fruits in your bag.
Now Winchamps is just like, what the fuck? It's like, what the
Some
fuck?
preserved fruits that are like easy to munch on while you're listening into the tale.
It's like, what the fuck?
You
Yes.
want some? While he's doing the thing.
Does anyone want a snack? There's a snack.
Anyone? Berries? No?
Blaze like slowly like reaches.
I do
Nods
get-
as he takes a single
I
berry.
do get one because I am hungry.
Okay.
And
As
he continues
yes.
listening in. Go
all
on.
right. As you guys continue listening into what Winchamps is saying, they continue with their conversation. I never said To her, I always stopped her when she would say that you were cowardly. I
She was
told her
always.
that she never understood fully what you had to go through under the hands of your own father.
She was always headstrong. She didn't have to understand what I did. She just had to know.
She was, wasn't she?
Yeah.
So, I think what you did, even though in the eyes of other people it might sound selfish, please trust me when I say that I do understand. I know what it feels like when it's better to escape because you had to retain a little bit of sanity, a little bit of what you can control, just so you could live just so you know that you can live the next day.
We couldn't stay. She knew that. Everything I did, it was for her as well. I mean, I admit, I can be selfish. But when I talk about myself, I don't mean just me. I'm willing to do everything for the both of us. And she can say anything she wants, but it was all for her own good anyway. We always were a bit self-destructive. So I don't know why she had to do what she had to do. I was here. I was willing to do the heavy lifting just for her. Just so we didn't have to go back. Just so we could just leave and live a life far away.
But Aster, you misunderstand one thing. Your sister loves you. And the people you love don't want you to go through all of these things by yourself. They want you to know that no matter how tough things are, and he kind of like looks at Vaughn as he's saying this, that the right people will choose to stay. I know how it feels to care for someone and feel like they're more important than your own life. So if we're going to continue this together, all I ask is that you give me a little bit of your trust.
I don't make promises to just anyone. But I'm willing to work together.
He reaches out his right hand to you.
Oh, do I really have to? Go, gross.
Only if you want to.
Fine, but like, you know, I want it to be like really firm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, no, joking. No. Joking. Let him know I'm not joking.
Okay. If you do want to make this like super duper firm that he'll understand, why don't you roll me a strength? Like
Yeah,
a
it's
strength
not-
roll, just a normal strength roll.
Yeah, not just firm, right? Like it should hurt him a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cause yeah. Okay. Oh my god, my rolls today are not amazing.
You still want to hurt the man?
I haven't yet. I need to at least once.
Oh god.
Yeah, boy!
It's the weakest handshake in the world.
You can't reach in with your hand.
It's just sitting there flaccidly.
Like-
you know what I mean?
Like he goes for your
Like a
hand.
flaccid handshake.
Oh
But
my
he
God.
takes it. But he takes it and he kind of like, you're stronger than you look. He kind of acknowledges you.
That sounds a little condescending after that weak handshake, but okay.
And he, as he lets go, thank you. Sincerely.
I hope
You can yeah?
we don't disappoint each other.
He kind of gives you a nod. If you have the rest of the day to go about, finish any business that you have, we'll reconvene tomorrow morning, just so everyone can cool off before we talk again. Thank you. Before you go out, wind chimes. It's your time to shine.
Let's go.
Oh God. Fuck, where did I stop? The music did not help me during the typing. I wanted to listen in.
Yeah, the music was really great.
She wasn't. Fuck. I do not understand what I just typed there. Fuck. Dude, because when the music came on, I was like, fuck, I can't do this properly
Yeah.
anymore. I was trying to like enjoy it.
Okay, no, actually,
No,
I
no,
will
just
take
skip to
this.
the part where they're like, "Oh, you have the rest of the day off." Just skip to that part.
Sige, sige.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay. Sige pa rin. I don't make promises, but I'm willing to work together. and then long silence. And you see when Chan's listening. It's like,
what's happening?
do I really have to? Only if you want to.
What?
You-
Oh my god!
Out of
What is
context?
happening?
What?
Oh, nga pala. It sounds so bad.
Exactly.
I hope you don't. I mean, mali. I'm on this side. No. This is Aster.
Yeah, this is yeah.
I hope you don't disappoint each other. I hope you don't. Now, go on. You have the whole day.
Oh
And then-
shit! Oh shit!
And then we're like, and then
They're about
we
to
see
leave,
when
they're about
Chan's
to
like, get up.
As you guys are kind of propping yourselves,
I'm not
Aster-
even propping myself. I'm just sitting down like how I normally am.
Okay.
Before I wasn't intrigued, like
Wasn't,
sitting
yeah.
intrigued.
Aster kind of like opens the door to see the rest of you guys kind of like scrambling a little bit.
I'm not
Very?
scrambling though.
Aster, yeah, except for Hayden. Hayden's kind of like steady and like
Berry.
not even
Just,
like
just eating.
yeah, just eating. I would say that because of this, I would like to give an inspiration point to both Roy and Ellie. You
Oh,
guys get
gosh.
one inspiration.
Yay!
Wow.
Congrats,
So not
congrats. You guys did great. And so, as
I know all
you
my
guys kind of like,
inspiration.
after you see them in like a stair, the stairway that's near to where you were, what do you want to do?
I would like to take the berry that Spade offered. Is that's Spade, right? It's
Yes.
Spade. Okay. Yeah. I just like do a little nod and just walk. God, like I'm tired.
When did Aster get back?
When did you leave?
When did you? I'm missing a full day. I feel like I'm missing a full day.
For Aster, you did see Gray kind of like unconscious on the floor when you guys were fighting the alchemist, and you did all of you kind of did carry Gray back to the castle. So, what do you guys want to do? You guys are all together, the 5 of you.
The boys hanging out. I guess.
Where do you guys want to go?
I would like to brood. I will brood. It's okay.
You will brood.
They can enjoy. I'll just be, brooding.
Oh,
All
it's gonna
right.
be that guy. Oh my god.
As you, how about the others? Would you guys like to go together? Would you guys like to go back to your room? There are like a couple of different options. Would you like to explore the castle further?
I just want to catch up with someone. What are we doing now?
Oh god,
I'm
nobody knows how to
confused.
take points.
Because
here.
nobody can.
Nobody in this group has anything they want to do in the city.
Right, right.
What time is it? Dungeon Master,
Actually,
what time?
that might help.
Right now, as the meeting concludes, it's kind of nearing nighttime. So you guys can either
right.
choose to eat and maybe reconvene with the others. You guys have a shared room again this time.
Given,
Um,
I'd like to imagine that given there's this awkward silence as everybody is now just like,
You're just kind of vibing with each other, yeah?
Or I'm
wondering
munching on my
what's gonna
snacks.
happen. You hear a rumbling of a stomach, and Blaze just looks down on his own stomach and he puts a hand over it, and he looks towards the others.
Moonshine's gestures to Blaze.
Blaze nods. He nods.
I'm also hungry.
We have money.
We have money, like personal money. We do.
Yeah, I do also. Damn.
Why have
You
asked
do
this?
have personal money, yes.
Yeah, we all have personal money.
Yes.
Money, I guess.
Do you
And
guys
group
want?
money as well, yes.
It's with
So like,
Mihryn.
do you wanna eat somewhere?
It's like the bunch of losers hanging out.
So what do you guys want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
What do you want?
I'll do what you wanna do.
And then,
So,
yeah,
like-
and Blaze just gestures towards the main street, like off towards. He just nods.
Okay, I guess.
Stalls.
Okay.
Stall gaming.
As you all kind of make your way outside the castle and going back to the city is a little bit quieter than because you do remember that you the last time that you went out was for the festival, right?
Mm.
Yes.
The city is a lot more kind of like a little bit quieter, but still some parts of it are just a little bit lively as well. Who would like to ask if like there's like a good food place? Would you guys like to do that?
I would try to recall from the last time I've been here.
Oh yeah, okay. Make me a history check, please.
So that's a 2. I lead them to like some dingy place, and it turns out the shop isn't there anymore, not for a long time.
Okay. So as you kind of like point to, oh, it's over there. You see that there's like a dilapidated, once used to be like a famous restaurant there that received less than well off reviews, and the chef kind of died. And that like from what you've heard from like rumors as well, you remember that that this restaurant had a rat problem.
It's like every single worst Yelp review into one restaurant.
More like a Disney plot.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask someone else. Like, do you know any places that sells good food to like the first stranger that comes by?
Okay. The very first stranger that you do see, it is a lady with a with a kind of like a voluptuous build. She kind of like walks with a stride, but like kind of like.
Lady Demetrius, is that you?
My God.
Oh, yes.
Mommy, I mean.
My
Yeah.
God!
She stands a little bit taller than all of you. She stands like a good 6'5".
I seem to recall. Yes, this happened right before I blacked out.
Yes.
Do you know any place we can get good food around here?
Oh, of course. We have quite a few restaurants here because this place is Lauren.
Yes.
Are you new to the city?
Could we just have some recommendations, please?
Oh, of course. She kind of like, what food do you mostly like?
I look to the party.
Any
What
special
food do you
preferences? Any preferred tastes?
Lady, please stop talking.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to ask everyone else.
Oh my god, I can't help but fucking laugh.
So, what are you guys thinking?
You good with any?
Yes, any just general good food.
Oh yeah, Aster's here then.
Yeah, I'm also
He's
here.
so
but,
quiet
like,
and brooding.
No,
Yeah,
but
brooding.
that's brooding.
Brooding Aster. This is
Oh.
brooding
Quiet
Aster
and
era.
brooding. It's
You
just a phase.
You see, anything. So, oh, actually, there's like a really good place. It's
Oh,
called
God,
the
it's-
Bodacious Bowl.
Oh god.
I thought we were gonna go back to the drug place. That would.
It's called the Bodacious Bowl. It's fairly pricey, but you seem to be handling yourselves quite well.
So I think
Yes,
we'd
mommy,
rather
I
go with
mean,
like the
yes.
standard prices.
Oh, something on the practical end.
Yes.
Ah. Anything of, would you like perhaps any allergies? I am very serious about my food recommendations.
Jesus Christ, this woman asks too many questions.
Yeah,
What is this Google reviewer?
This is a professional restaurant reviewer,
What?
guys.
I thought you knew who I was. I'm sorry to be so rude. My name is Eleanor. Eleanor Ravensbane. Famous food critic and picky eater.
Listen here, lady. We're not from around these parts. We just want, something to eat.
And I wouldn't want a bad impression of our town, wouldn't I? Of course, if I'm going to recommend you a food place, it would be a disservice not to give you the
what?
best.
I had a great idea. Let's just go back to Hermit. Let's eat there.
Oh my god, we're just gonna snub this woman.
Thank you, lady, for your
Oh, but
great
I do have a lot
recommendations.
more
Okay, well,
things to say.
bye.
As you kind of make a beeline out. I wonder why they didn't take any of my recommendations. It was pretty good. As you do kind of like scurry away, making your way back.
Why do I now just imagine that this woman is like, from Mr. Bean? My funny man.
My funny man, stay by my side. Where have you been? Okay,
She sings that as she walks away.
as you make it back to the tavern, you're greeted with, "Oh, hello. I'm glad to see that you're back. How was your day?"
Nobody
He's
talks.
brooding.
Is
It
everyone
was-
okay? Did you guys
it
go
wa- it
through
was
something
fine.
traumatic today?
No.
Wow,
That's
it's like you can read our minds. Yeah, that's
I
okay.
am a barkeep after all. It's my
We're
job.
just hungry.
Oh, then let me fix you up a very good meal. You don't even have to say what you like. Please sit down.
Just to be clear, no meat, thank you.
Okay. As you all kind of like gather within your seats, what do you guys want to talk about while you're waiting for your food? You all just kind of like sitting down.
Nobody.
And like,
Okay, here's the thing. Nobody wants to address the elephant in the room because if we have to address the elephant in the room, then that would mean that we have to reveal to Aster that we heard every.
yes, I know.
So it's just.
And this is great.
We did the 5 people who don't talk much.
Yeah. Just drinking beer. Just looking at each other.
Kind of give,
Yeah.
like one of you even gives like that Breaking Bad moment where you're like drinking, yeah. Like awkwardly, like look left and right.
Blaze's eyes like linger a bit, like a few seconds longer, over at Aster, and probably he just looks away immediately.
What? What are you looking at?
And he looks away immediately as you say that.
I toss my hair. That's it. I go back to brooding.
Well, you see like walking, like kind of walking funnily to like someone's controlling him from underneath.
We never see what's below his
Yeah.
waist.
You never see what's below his waist. He's like,
It's always
Well,
shrouded.
use your
It's
food.
like,
He gets like a few tankards of ale and spreads it across all of you. He also gets like cured salmon for Spade. Here you go, cured salmon for you. I'm guessing that you would like the same. Blaze, cured salmon for you as well. And for the big man, we shall give you a 12-ounce steak. Here you go.
Thank you.
And for Mr. Windchimes, we shall give you the finest.
birdseed.
How do you feel about katsudon? It's a recipe that I've learned from my wife. Here you go.
Oh my god!
What? What?
This is so.
He
dark.
also gets another bowl.
Okay.
He also gets another bowl and places it in front of Aster. And for you, fresh fish, a poke bowl. There you go.
Poke
All of
bowl.
you, please have fun. He just puts it to his side and like waddles away.
He walks funny.
It's very weird. We never see his lower half.
While Blaze is already
Derek
shoving
is
some food into his mouth, he's nodding.
As you all kind of like share this like quiet like this silence between you two, and like kind of like saying just a little like few words.
Wait, did Hermit imply that his wife is still alive?
Would you like to make an insight check?
Yes, please. Where's my insight? God damn it.
My
It's a 15.
funny man.
with a 15, you can kind of gauge that he's alluding to his wife being a little bit alive. If you could gauge it, maybe
A
Doubtful.
little bit alive?
Doubtful.
What is that?
maybe she's alive, maybe she's
A
not.
little bit.
But she
Oh.
does mention his wife. That's a thing, right?
Okay, cool beans.
And then as you guys are kind of silent, you see someone like walking towards you. A fine evening. You see a tiefling male with like red skin and like yellowish hair tied to the back, with clothes almost reminiscent to Aster's. Flamboyance, I mean.
Don't like this guy.
Oh. You guys seem to be a very lively bunch.
Puts another spoon of food inside his mouth.
This is like the
Look
quietest
at him.
table on the earth.
I just like, yes,
No, Azaria.
what do you want?
This is the quietest
There
table
am-
on of Azaria.
My name is Rapid. Nice to meet you. My name's Rapid. Just Rapid. Don't wear it off. He kind of waits for a response. He's
So,
like, nothing.
Or are you
I'm
talking
proud.
to us?
Anyways, we are here, just to say that I want to ask you a little bit of something. Perhaps you're interested in it.
If it's about drugs, we're not interested in buying.
Oh, no. I know that we have been talking about a lot of people around here have been talking about it'll be like the little things, but it's not about that. We're here to talk about something very innovative.
Oh god, I know what this is.
We don't have any money.
Oh,
We're
but
not interested in joining this
MLM.
business venture you
no,
have.
but hear me out.
From
You see,
Earthrise.
if
Do I get to be my own boss?
he kind of looks at you. How did you know?
Oh my
Christ.
god!
Open-minded. Come
Oh
on.
god!
Are you open-minded?
You see, in this thing that we're kind of doing, right? You don't just become your own boss. You get to be the boss of other people who are also their own boss. And they all-
Wow, Rapid! Oh my
It is
god!
like it's like a system where each other's you have people who are also their own boss, and
This is
under them
stupid.
are also people who are their own boss. All you need to do is just
Wow.
give a small sum of 2 gold,
Wow.
and then when you
Just
recruit
2
more and more
gold?
people into
Really?
it, you get the commission of 5 gold per person.
Yeah, 5
Wow.
gold per person? Yo.
Wow, you know,
Wow.
Like-
That's
Earning
so much
more.
money.
Tell us more.
So, all you have to do, because we're not even this, like you've heard of a lot of things about this, right? But this isn't like the other things. You will actually try and make lucrative living because you are going to be business owners.
Yeah, lucrative living? That sounds amazing. Sign me up.
I'm kind of confused. Let's say this system, what shape would it look like? Just, you know.
Structurally, it
Mhm.
would look like a very stable
like a
thing.
very straight, like very wide at the bottom and pointy on top. Like, just curious. We need like a visual. We need like
Because-
visual imagery.
Because foundation is very important, right? So if you
Mhm.
stabilize the bottom, it will hold up the top properly, and everyone holding each other accountable.
so
And
we
Wait,
just-
but if, in that case, who's the boss?
yeah, who's
you're the boss, and you're
So
the
it should be.
So if we're
No,
the
'cause-
boss, then other people are still above us. Then we're not really the boss. Makes
and
no
you're the
sense.
boss. No,
No, because
listen-
you
Oh,
said
yeah, here-
strong foundation. Who's the boss of the whole company?
Oh no, we love it. We'll join it.
We love it though. It's just
And
we don't
when
really
you
understand
we will give you a little bit of things that you can make your money out of, some supplies as well. If he opens up like his coat to reveal like multiple what looks to be keychains stacked up, and it's just a keychain of this one guy with a huge beard and red clothes.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, seems like an outstanding guy.
People are drooling over these things. A lot of
Oh,
people
really?
really, and it's not just a cosmetic thing. I believe that this releases a very special energy.
Oh my god, and we're going to find ions, really?
You see, do you believe in chakra?
Oh shit, even worse than ions.
This is offensive. This is offensive for both race and Spade.
Yeah. What you know?
Yeah,
tell us more about
I've
chakra.
heard of
Yes,
chakra.
right?
Yeah,
It's
I've
chakra
also heard it. You know.
all throughout your body, and it has its center, its core. And as he's continuing to talk, you hear the tavern doors kind of open, and the two familiar faces come in. I would like to ask
Glasses
Mihryn and
open.
Alois to enter the room,
God.
please.
The moment he says something about shock, I'm gonna just nudge wind chimes. And isn't that the
Get a
thing
load
you
of this
do?
guy.
You know, get a lot of this guy.
Get a load
Can't
of
you
this
do the
guy.
same thing but better?
Oh
Yo,
my
wind
god.
chimes. Like, do you have chakra?
Finally!
As they do enter the room, you see some of your friends kind of like being talked to by a red.
We're like
free.
trying. We're at the point where we're trying to make it sound like we're look like we're interested, but we're not really interested. You know that face?
Sarcastic remarks everywhere.
You see like a
Yeah.
tiefling talking to the rest of your gang as you're making your way to their table as well, as
God,
you
there's
just came back from what you came back
There's
of
nobody
within
recognized
your
the
solo
tiefling,
sessions.
no? I thought somebody would.
Me and Alois would be holding hands, and we
Yeah.
would be like wild-eyed and just hurrying to the table.
We as we kind of like opened the door, it wasn't even like in the slightly elegant manner we usually present ourselves. We thunk the door open. and
You see
we're
Hermit kind of. What was that? Are you guys okay?
Alois just drags Mihryn along to the table, immediately looking for
Smashed. These guys are
their
smashed.
the group mates.
You see,
You know,
you see, like the tiefling like still talking to you guys. So if
Leave.
you're gonna-
No, he
Leave.
was telling us about a very interesting business venture.
Leave.
Yes,
You have something.
So hear me out. There are a lot of things that are called chakra that controls the body and gives you energy, right? It makes you
Yeah.
stronger.
Alois puts his hand on this man's shoulder, and he is like preparing to chill touch him from that.
I'm gonna
And
go
he's like,
ask Hermit
"Leave."
if I'm legally allowed to throw this man out.
Would you like to
I have
become
something
would you
to
like to become
say
your
to
own
my
boss?
friend. Leave.
Oh, I'd like to become my own boss.
Man,
Yeah, Mihryn! Do
Hey,
you want to have like chakra course through your body?
Blaze, because I know that you, Blaze,
Hermit.
we almost see that this guy's eyes turn into like, gold, like gold, the sign for gold. As he like lays his eyes on Mihryn, but
Hey,
also,
Hermit.
yes,
Can I throw this man out without getting kicked out myself?
he kind of looks at the guy.
Okay. And proceed to just usher him out. You know,
Wait,
just
thank
put
you,
my
Hayden.
shoulders over him.
Oh no, business
wait.
venture.
I have so much to say.
gone.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
Bye-bye.
Would you like to be your own
Toss
boss,
him out
Blade?
the door.
No.
As you throw him out. Wait, as he's reaching for the door, you immediately like, close him on his face.
Smack it on his face. Oh, okay, I was getting bored.
he drops on the floor. As you do go back, Alois has a serious look on his face.
He the expression on his face is still that look of worry and fright, even as the antics still ensue among the group. And he's trying to find like a place to jump into the conversation, and helplessly he looks over to Mihryn in like this confused, like he was trying to get their attention, but now that he has it, he isn't sure what to say first.
I look to the group and I say, "We had a vision."
What?
Oh, is this
Um,
like the legit vision and not the druggy kind of vision?
Not the druggy
I
one.
think it's legit. We were in
Is
a
it like-
cave, but it wasn't a cave. It turned out to be a stockroom. But
With a passive perception of
moment.
16, Mihryn
And Alois.
and Alois, you see like a tiefling peer in from the window from behind Winsham's shoulder. You can be your own boss.
I like seeing this man. I like slowly unsheath my bowstring, and like only a little bit, and then I make it flare up.
You know what?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
again.
yeah.
When
And
I
I
see this,
close my-
when I see Alois
Yeah.
like going, I also draw Furious Storm, and it's like crackling and lightning.
Fire
Uh,
rapier.
Yeah.
DM,
Yes.
DM,
Yes.
I will do is I will probably kill him. I will shoot
What?
and look at him. And there is this immediate energy that
Oh
emanates
God!
Right, I
directing it
guess.
straight towards him.
Oh
I'm
dear.
going to hit him with
Go
with
ahead.
Spade.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Why
we didn't
are
do
we-
that.
God!
oh god, he's gonna die.
He's
I don't
probably
know.
dead.
It
Go
doesn't
ahead.
leave a trace
Roll for
anyway.
damage.
He has a heart attack.
That is
Oh
a 5.
my
Not
god.
attack damage,
That's
just
an
doing
8.
5 damage. That's fine.
Blaze.
Blaze, did you just kill someone?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
That's
just
just
see,
5
you
damage.
just see him like kind
No
of
sneak
stop,
attack, my god.
fall on like the ground, and you guys hear like a kind of like a thud.
Now with a more
Yeah.
serious look, he looks now back towards Mihryn and Alois.
Oh, dude,
Okay,
murder
after
almost.
the
Do I recognize what happened?
It doesn't leave a trace, so I don't know if you
Chase,
guys...
because it's as subtle as a look.
But I also have someone who can
Oh,
kill
yeah,
without
you
a
do.
trace.
Yeah,
you do.
yeah. Would you guys like to roll
I don't know if that was
Deception.
lethal, by the way.
deception and a
I just want.
wisdom? Yeah, deception and insight, please.
Oh, am I going to be the one rolling? the
Insight, yes, deception on you. No, okay, I'll just use your attack roll, and let's
God.
see if Spade can beat that with the
For
insight.
realsies? What the hell?
What
Nah.
is going on?
This
Unfortunately,
is myth.
How
unfortunately,
dare
like
you use
Blaze,
that
as
21?
subtle as like a twitch in the eye, kind of like gives it. But Blaze, we'll disclose it later if you do it lethally.
No,
Continue.
that's, yeah. That's just 5 damage, by the way. There's no sneak attack, okay? But yes. One way to
Yeah.
find out.
Okay. We had a vision. We saw that we were in a cave, and it wasn't a cave, it was a stockroom, it turned out. But during the time that we were in the cave, we saw something else. I turned to Alois.
Do you all remember what I said in the council room? How I think there's more at play to this than just the emissary.
Yeah.
And I kind of gestured to Mihryn to give me her journal,
Oh, yes. I take it out and I
and then I flip over to the page where we scribbled what seems to be right now a bunch of scribbles.
Before
But-
you could even like show them, you hear the door bang, and the guy kind of like walk in woozy. Why did I see someone naked in my head? Barkeep, one of the strongest stuff, please. As he like sits down, not even like paying mind to all of you.
Okay.
It's the
I
same,
ignore him.
It's the same tiefling as before.
I look
I
curiously at the tiefling and like, oh,
So the journal is inside it.
oh yes.
yeah. I slide forward the page where there's like a bunch of symbols. Mainly what you guys would definitely recognize would be the symbol for Azaria, Zevian, Dower, Uvdis, and the emissary. So I point, and it's scattered along this doodled page, and it's rushed and a little bit crumpled, and Alois's face just goes grim, and he points over to a symbol that looks like a goblet. In that cave, we saw this illustration come up on stone, and I believe these are different symbols of different gods.
So
I can't
like,
tell which one. I can't tell all of them, but we do know for the fact that these three are our main gods, and this is the emissary, and this, he points over to the goblet. This is the lady.
though,
I've seen her once before. She's an old god summoned by cultists. Just like what he looks around. Is anyone trying to eavesdrop?
Would you like to make
I
a
do.
perception check?
I do.
Right.
12, never mind. I'm panicked.
With A12, you guys seem to be in a very secure location.
Can I look around when I notice Alois does look around?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Do you have danger sense, right?
Yeah, there's danger sense for. It's just, to be fair, it just says I have advantage on dex saving throws.
Oh, okay, all right.
But yeah, the moment I notice Alois look around, I'll also try to look around.
Go ahead, please.
That's much better.
With a
Thank you.
21, you notice that you feel like someone's listening in on your conversation as well. Someone near.
I just gesture to Alois. You know, someone's listening.
I widen my eyes a bit and I promptly close the journal. And I look over to Mihryn. Maybe not here.
Yes, perhaps in our room.
Or back in
Or at
the
the
back in the
castle.
castle.
I'm pretty sure the castle's more secure than
It's just
on the room.
it's just a very grave manner. It's a very grave matter, and he's like fumbling on his words. His face is like incredibly red, and he's very stressed, and he just gives up and slumps over on the nearest empty chair.
Mhm.
So you were in a storeroom, but it wasn't a storeroom.
When we
You-
entered, it was a cave. And when we left, it was a storeroom.
Alois sits back up. White Spire.
Yes. They saw a vision of White Spire. After
Ah.
everything else.
And I have no idea what a White Spire is.
It's the place we were at before arriving in this continent.
Yes. And I do have grave news. Hollowport is no more.
Blaze, make me a wisdom saving throw.
What do you mean Hollow Port is no more?
The matter of which it is no more, I believe, should be something we discuss once again in the castle. It's very
With
sensitive information.
a 6.
Not again.
Please. Hearing these words, Hollow Port is no more. Even though you can't explain it, somewhere in your heart, you feel a deep rage, like a feeling of responsibility, like it's your fault that this is happening.
Blaze, you guys see Blaze like hearing this. He's like looking like onto the floor. It's like he's confused at what he's feeling right now. He's now looking, and then suddenly he looks at his own hands and realizes that they're trembling. And the one sitting beside him, you can feel, you can hear him take his breathing like become shallow and almost panicked. And he tries to stand up. You guys see him stand up, but then it's like his legs give way. And
Let's
he
try to catch Blaze with my hand since I'm probably sitting next to him as well.
I would say that you do hold Blaze in your hands as well.
As you hold him,
Like-
you can feel his heartbeat just
Yeah.
raise, go wild.
My grip on you, by the way, it's a little bit like tighter, but like not enough to harm you. But it's like a little bit like the angry hold as well.
It's like, and as he's holding tight onto your probably onto your cloak or to your shoulder, he looks at you, and his eyes are just darting everywhere, trying to make sense what is going on with himself.
Your eyes get more bloodshot as you feel the strain within the side of your within the sides of your eyes, and you feel tears flowing down. But the anger is still there. The rage is still within your heart. You feel like you're not in control, and you can't do anything.
What happened to Hall?
Has
Not here.
fallen. But we should go to the castle to discuss this further.
What? And upon hearing that, Blaze pushes away Hayden.
Hayden
He goes towards the door, and he looks towards the others, and he
ushers everyone to leave.
I immediately follow next
agree.
to Blaze.
You follow.
I leave like
Alright.
I
5
do run-
gold
I
on
do
the
run as
table.
well.
Okay. You see Hermit kind of like, thank you. And as you all leave, rushing towards the castle, you
Who
you find
angry
no
man?
struggle. You see, you do pass by the tiefling that was talking to you earlier. He's like fine, but he saw some things in his head that he can't recover from. As you do make
What the
his
fuck?
way to as you guys make your way to the castle, though, you see that it's the guards there are just taking the night shift. It's it's very quiet, but where do you guys want to go as soon as you go in?
I'm gonna ask
council room?
Alois for like if there's any private rooms here.
Yeah, the council room that we once that we had the meeting early on in. I feel like
So-
that's
Yeah,
where
no, I don't
Alois would.
think that's like, the safest place for talking about sensitive topics.
Where do you guys want to go?
What the fuck? I bring you guys back to the storeroom.
Let's go back to the storeroom.
Oh crap! Really? Okay.
All right, I guess.
Where is the storeroom?
You guys find yourselves going down a very long flight of stairs with multiple rooms connecting to some parts, and you see a hefty door that's wooden and stands like 10 feet. And you, both Alois and Mihryn, push it open, and you reveal to you is like a storeroom that's very dark with one light shining kind of muffled a little bit by the boxes to the right. And as you enter, the room is yours.
Mihryn,
Yes.
your matters more personal to the party.
Yes. I look towards him again with like a specific look to Blaze as if to catch his reaction. I say, Hollowport has fallen. Crimson Dawn holds Hollowport now.
You hear him take a sharp sharp exhale at the saying that. His fists are clenched and they are trembling.
We could not have known that this would happen before we left.
I was expecting the Maelstrom to at least take over Hollowport. Never Crimson Dawn.
Yes, no one could have known this.
It's because they struck incredibly quickly. And Alois's face is a lot more stern and serious now, especially seeing that Blaze seems to be having such a hard time grasping onto this information. When I
feel like-
asked the... Oh yeah?
I feel like this is a very I told you so moment.
No.
Like, okay, that's fine.
The conquering, it was really swift. It happened 2 weeks ago. It was because for some reason the Crimson Dawn have flying ships now.
Flying ship.
Flying ships, airships. 2 weeks ago, we
Blaze,
just
make me a
arrived in
history check.
Christine.
Not again.
Damn, are airships rare in the world, or
King knew it.
This is the first airship.
Mhm.
And this is the first time you hear of the word air and ship combined together.
flying?
So, like,
ship?
it looks like a big boat.
I wouldn't know.
We don't
Flies.
know.
No, please. A
Air?
history check, please.
Oh, history.
Yes.
Oh no, this is a bad roll. That is.
We can only assume with the way it's called, it's probably a boat with the ability to fly or something.
You feel your mind kind of with the word airship crossing, or like as you hear the word airship, kind of like in your mind.
Is there a dialogue that he would probably remember?
Not at the moment. No.
All right.
So, they have lots of magic casters then to like levitate
We
the
have
ship.
no idea how
have
it
no idea.
works. We only heard of it from a guard when we asked about Hollowport specifically. And that was the report.
If they do have these ships that can fly, who knows what other places they are gonna show?
As they say, as Hayden says, ships that could fly. I would like you to make a history check once more, please.
Everyone keeps saying air and like ship and fly.
With a 16,
There you go.
you remember schematics.
I have no idea if the Vermilion and the Maelstrom are allied with the Crimson Dawn.
All we know that whatever this is, it's going to be so much harder to even try to get into the heart of this Crimson Dawn.
It's just it's impossible. Ships that can fly.
As Aster does say, ships that can fly.
Oh my god.
God.
For it.
What is in your head?
We're fishing.
So, Blaze.
So, Blaze, what are these airships that you're talking about? This isn't
Oi.
just fun of your imagination. is it? That's what he's hearing.
What the fuck?
That's what he's hearing right now in his head.
Motherfucker, Blaze is an actual person? Holy shit, what did we do to Vicky? What did we do to Blaze?
We'll cross that
Where the
bridge
fuck-
when we get there. We have to
Well,
get through the
touch
Crimson
like
Dawn
This
first.
is
this.
only in Blaze's mind.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I know.
this is
me as
OOC.
Ace. This is Ace. This is Ace.
OOC.
Oh, I missed
This-
him.
This is like that. They'll
Yeah,
touch
they're
like
gonna
that.
touch hands. Oh my God.
At this memory, recalling these sorts of memories, he now suddenly, like, he's patting through his belongings
Mhm.
into his kit, trying to pull out, look for a piece of paper and a writing instrument.
I would say that you immediately find him in your bag.
Yeah, and he
Can
slams this paper onto the table, and he tries his damn best to just draw the general shape of this thing.
Without
seeing
even drawing
Oh shit.
the schematic that you see, without even trying, the schematic that you see in your mind, you perfectly replicate it on the piece of paper right in front of you.
Can I walk over to Blaze?
You're all kind of like huddled together. Yes.
So, what's this? He kind of takes the paper.
Looks like schematic.
Does it say airship anywhere on the schematic?
It's like the engineered writing.
Yeah,
you know?
like is the title there or some shit?
Title's named Airship 69.
Yeah, like if the blueprint's labeled. So
And once again, as if he's finally pulling something out from the deepest parts of his mind, he looks at you. He now looks at you, Alois. The Zephyr.
the Zephyr.
Oh, he's talking.
In your mind.
Thank you. In my mind?
In your mind brain. I'm
Mind
sorry.
brain.
Yeah.
I did
Oh,
not-
damn it.
Using
I did
your-
not.
Your
I did
mind
not-
brain.
I'm sorry, I did not
Specify.
I
specify.
thought
messaged
the little
it to
boy
me.
was saying his
You
first
messaged
word.
to me. Okay. And I give him a nod. And out loud I say thank you. And
If-
I look over to the schematics. Is it like blueprints?
Yes.
Not
Go ahead.
blueprints. I would say that in true engineering fashion, by the way, guys. In true engineering fashion, I think he would have the common sense to not make it like the complete complete schematic. It would just be good enough to know which compartments are which, and just to get the general shape of the entire thing.
Is it
And-
like isometric?
No, it's more of a what do you call that?
Aside.
A cutaway, yeah, side.
Cutaway.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
But it does, like, the technique is immaculate. The technique is immaculate, but you see that it's kind of simplified because he's pressed for time.
Alois.
Blaze is an engineer.
Could we build?
Alois
Could we build one?
guy rolls the paper up.
Knew it.
What?
I'm suggesting. Could we
Oh,
build
yes.
one?
Yeah, I was going to message to. So in your brain, Blaze, you hear. Is this buildable?
Gee, I do hope I'm giving the correct answer here.
Go ahead. I trust you 100%.
He just shakes his head.
No.
And when he replied, once again, still in your brain. They might have built it. Us, we don't have time. No resources.
He gives you a nod.
Yo, what is happening?
Yeah, wait.
Oh,
No,
No
it's
Alois.
just-
one's
guys to see are
speaking.
just like-
No
are
one's
just-
speaking.
are just
Alois.
silently
Alois.
staring at-
Alois
I'm
looks
just
over
gonna
frantically
ask,
to
is
the
it
to the team,
buildable?
and he's like, he puts his hand up. I'm sorry, I was talking to him. We don't have time to build this, he said. But we have, at least now we have an idea of what's inside.
If we know what's inside, then we know where to strike.
How is
How are
it?
we
So
gonna
how
get
does
how
it
is
look like?
How is it powered?
Legit.
Of reporting. Okay.
Where? Kiro?
How is it powered? Another one.
DC's defense
That's the
right
honest
here.
question now.
Okay. This seems to be powered. It seems to be like it looks like kind of like a traditional ship, but a little bit more streamlined for like aerodynamics.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have a visible. It has like a visible sail, but it's from what you can tell with the
Oh, okay.
rendering, it seems to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
made out of a different material other than the normal things that used for a sail. And the very unique thing about it is the thing that's making it go fast in the air. There's like some engine that you can't quite put your finger on, like you still don't understand what it is, but it looks like some kind of engine that's powered by something.
Oh my god, they've discovered
Plus
technology.
technology. And I'm
hmm.
imagining that Blaze right now, currently as he is, he's trying to recall what that thing is, and does he remember any specifics of how it works, or does the memory just escape him for now?
Currently, with the 16 that you did have, I would say that
Yeah.
it's the specifics. You can almost reach at them,
Yeah.
but
It's
like
like
you
all
can't
he can
quite
tell is
grasp
that this is the engine compartment here
this. Yes.
at the rear, but
Mm.
then how it works, what its total specifics are, he he just shakes. It's like he's poring over. It's like he's tracing his fingers over at the engine compartment. It's as if he's trying to rack up his mind. What the hell this exactly is? He can't. He just his shoulders slump in defeat as he can't really find what he's looking for in his memories.
Please, don't strain yourself too hard. You've done plenty. And Alois kind of like pats his shoulder and he gets up from kneeling close to Blaze. And he hands like the rolled up paper back to Mihryn. He rolls the rolled up plans, he gives it to Mihryn. And he kind of like runs a hand through his hair. Well, there's that we can bring up to the council meeting once again tomorrow.
Yes.
And then there's the gods, which I haven't yet told you about. And when he said gods plural, his face kind of scrunches up in worry. Again, when I went adventuring, I was once with a group called the Misfits. We worked for a mage tower, and it's a long story, but they ended up trying to summon this old god named the Lady. And they succeeded for a brief moment. I saw it with my own eyes, a portal from wherever that creature was. And she was this close to coming to our world. So I may look insane to you, but. And Alois like stops. And his hands are trembling. When he looks
I quickly hold your hand, your free hand.
But I do believe there are more gods. More than just the three, more than just the emissary, her. And I think, yes, our main priority must be stopping the Crimson Dawn from bringing the emissary back here. But I feel like once we get into this, it's a whole lot more than just that.
Hayden. There was a god. It was just like Zebian's, but it was black lightning. It reminded me of that lightning that almost killed us. By Danir. They might have been worshipping some other god.
You see, like, Hayden gets angry at the thought of it. Like, his entire order that he grew up with have been worshipping a different god this entire time. He ends up, like, punching the one on the wall, like, beside him.
Alois flinches at that.
I give a squeeze to your hand.
I have a feeling that they all have variants. It's what I assume. It's hard to explain, but within that vision, Zevian's symbol was connected to that of the Black Lightning. Uvdis to the emissary, and Dower was connected to this bowl that we haven't even seen before.
You're telling me they're opposite gods.
Maybe. Who knows? And I pull out again the Mihryn's notebook.
Mm.
And there's more. And he traces his finger over to the semicircle of eyes. These were white. 7 white eyes underneath the 3 gods. I'm not sure what to make of it.
And the word. Ensar. I remember Victor telling me about it. Before. But what exactly it means, I don't know.
As a player, if I can, if my memory serves me correct, it was during a very, very long time ago, a few months way back, when we were in that in that book, in
Magic
a
Yeah,
book.
it was the time you, Victor got stuck
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the journal.
Yeah, that was that. Those were, I do believe, the last words of somebody, but we never found out what it actually meant. Because by the time we're supposed to ask, that one person in White Spire, he disappeared. Yeah, that's what I recall. As a
Does
player,
anybody have any idea what Ensar means? Anything at all?
If any of these symbols also are familiar to you.
Can I see the any of the symbols are familiar?
We don't
Um,
have a proper
I
reference
would
yet.
like everyone who wants to see if there are familiarities within the symbols that you guys see, make
Mhm.
me either a religion or arcana check.
Hmm.
I'll roll religion.
I want to
Okay.
try again.
That's a natural 20.
That's the lady,
That's
alright.
Oh!
The
15.
natural.
Nice.
It's a 7.
You
I
gave the
wasn't
priest
listening to my
religion. Give the priest religion.
Are we all rolling? Oh my gosh.
Priest religion for the win. Let's go. Hidden
Mhm.
within that 20. You've always had this feeling in your heart when you were back in the maelstrom. A long, long time ago. You would always get reprimanded for all these things that you did. But they celebrated you because you were strong. One day, when you were enforcing, if you will, you remember one particular person cast a black lightning, like cast black lightning out from his hands, completely obliterating a group of people right in front of him. And you remember him saying, I'm debating whether or not to drop this, but
Oh.
because of the nat 20, you heard him say the harbinger. He mutters those words.
Have a name.
Someone I know shot a black lightning at the group. He was calling for not Zelfin. Something called the Harbor.
We'll take note of that.
We have a name for one of the other gods.
Harbinger and emissary. All right.
And then the one who shot this out is someone who's very familiar to you.
Ora.
Is it him? The one.
Yes.
The man who shot those lights. My old commander. Failed hard. And it's like Hayden starts trembling, not in like a rage form, but in like deep fear.
Oh.
Like,
does he still stand?
Yeah, he's still standing, but like he's like in an like somewhat angry, but he's like deep fear is like on his eyes.
Are you seething?
Like he's seething.
I'm sorry.
He's like seething, but at the same time you see fear in his eyes.
Hayden, calm yourself. The emissary is still around.
You're right.
Does your old commander, is he still around?
Yes.
You reminisce and you hear a disgusting laughter in your mind. As images of flames engulf your mind, Nathan. As you continue to see and toil and anger.
Then at least we have a lead for one of these.
Everyone's just staring at each other now.
Alois kind of like clears his throat and he looks over back at the party. Thank you for listening. I believe that's everything that Mihryn and I found here. Please, if you could find the time to rest up, please do. I feel like there's a lot more to discuss once we bring this up to my nephews.
With that said, I would say that everyone kind of disperses. You don't share any remarks again with each other as the night passes, and you all try your best to get some rest.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
can Alois stay back in the storeroom?
Sure. We'll get back to you in the storeroom as everyone kind of exits out. I would say that the rest of you kind of like go back into your rooms, into your shared room. I mean, still kind of with that like heavy feeling in your hearts. And before we close the night, can everyone please deafen except for Alois?
Fear.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
I'd like you to make a perception check.
Oh shit. I was just gonna cry in this room. 24.
With a 24. Please, what were you about to do in this room?
I just feel that this moment was something very unusual for Alois. He didn't take his usual role of letting others take the lead and listening, and he feels his heart beating through his chest. He feels his heartbeat in his neck, ringing in his ears, as when the last person closes the door shut, there's a moment, too, before Alois collapses down on his knees, and he clutches himself and he starts to sob. And he isn't sure, he's just been so overwhelmed. And he thinks in his head, is this what he had to go through? Is this the burden he always had to carry? As he tried his best to emulate and think of what his brother would have done in this moment of weakness, and of everyone was just so frightened. And now that he's alone, he's letting those emotions catch up to him. And he's heaving and sobbing, and there's just a lot going on in his head right now.
As you show a little bit more vulnerability now that you're alone, with a 24 in perception, you kind of sense a presence in this room, in this very same room. But for some reason, it does not feel threatening.
Through sobs, and even though Alois doesn't look up, he's... Who's there?
You see emerge from one of the boxes. Are you okay? You see
I look
Vaughn.
up. You heard everything?
He walks closer to you.
Okay. And he looks back down, and he, with a shaky hand, he pats the ground next to him as he can't bring himself to stand.
He kneels as well, matching the level of how much you kind of like go down, and he gives you an embrace.
Alois immediately latches onto him. He's just so overwhelmed with feelings right now. And he's so unsure of what to do, and he's so lost. But he finds comfort in the arms of his family member.
He whispers something to you, and it kind of is reminiscent of something Coraline said from before. Oddly enough, he says, "Don't let fear take over.
Of course.
Hope always wins. If you feel like hope hasn't won yet, then that just means it's not yet the end.
With a shaky breath, Alois pulls away, and he's forcing this smile on his face, and he lets out this strained laugh. You sound just like my sister. And he's trying to like rub the tears away, but they just keep falling down on his face.
That's what I always hear in my heart. Whenever I was afraid and my father was about to punish me, I never knew that it was from your sister.
She's always been the brave one, the strong one, the capable one. They've both always been. And his lip quivers. I feel like such a fraud. Pretending like I have a plan in front of these people. But they seem so much more scared.
He looks at you eye to eye. I know exactly what you feel. I'm always so clueless, afraid, in the dark. But I think that's our greatest strength, is that we can blindly hope for a better tomorrow. I'm sorry that I can't give you any sage advice.
Fine. Thank you for being here.
But know that I do resonate with you, and I am here with you. We'll go through a lot tomorrow, maybe more than today. And I don't think things will get easier from here on in. But I know, at least I know, that we won't have to go through this alone.
Alois kind of steadies himself in the arms of his nephew, and shakily he tries to stand back up. If you heard then, hopefully you'll be able to just briefly tell your brother so he isn't so shocked when we try to think about this in the morning.
Unfortunately, my brother is also thinking about a lot of things. I don't think I can butt in. So I guess I'll have to wait for tomorrow.
With that cheeky look on his face, Alois like reaches out and pinches his nose.
No, come on! Ow!
Then maybe next time don't eavesdrop.
No one. I was just here. I was This is where
In
I
the
spend my
storm
time
room?
when I need to think. And as the night continues on, both of you kind of go out of the storeroom to go back into your own respective rooms as well. The night continues.
I'd be drinking in the bar.
Oh damn! Okay. And as the night continues, we will be back in a few short messages. Thank you for sticking around with us. Whew. We'll be back after the break.
Hoggin.
We'll see you guys later. Hey
That's it.
everyone.
No ordinary kid. It's been.
Ben
Hey
10.
guys.
Woo! Okay.
Then
Whew, I hope everyone's kind of like, whoo, breathe in and breathe out after all the things that have been
Barely.
happening left and right, barely breathing. I would like to ask some of you, Hayden, how did you spend the night?
I'm drinking in the bar.
Would you say that you would have slept at the bar?
No, I would have came back to the room.
Okay. As you, but like as you do drink, it like the laughter that is echoing within your mind just continues to repeat itself, kind of mocking you in a way. You feel like you're being insulted to your very being.
I tried to calm myself.
That is why you were downing
Yeah.
copious amounts of alcohol.
Copium.
Copium.
I'm drowning
Copium.
some copium or some other hat with beer.
Oh god. I would like to say that as you do wake up, you have a little bit of a hangover from last night, especially since you had to cope with what's
Yeah.
happening. For the rest of the gang, have you guys done anything specific as the night concludes?
Blaze just tries to Blaze just tries to get some sleep, but then he'd be tossing and turning in bed. It's like he's the memory of the airship is still there. He's trying to, whenever it comes into his mind, it's like he's trying to remember more and more about it to no avail.
Your memory kind of goes in and out, fading, and you, as you're kind of like trying to grasp just a little bit of things that you can control within your memory, they seem to slip away, further extending the curiosity and the anger that you feel in your heart. Mihryn's giving me an eager look. Yes.
Oh, I would have just written something down in my journal and like tried to remember what my grand aunts used to like tell me about how Zabian became Zabian. Like the change in the god, like he wasn't always the same god.
As you do reminisce about some of the things in the past, you feel comfort in a way, but still like the lingering curiosity of everything that's happening and everything that's going on is still kind of drawing you in. And after you kind of scribble down on your notebook, on your journal, do you have a little I'm guessing you have a little bit of like drawings in there, like the symbols
Yeah.
of some things.
I keep the page that Alois drew on, and I kind of like put some diagrams like this means this and this is
Okay.
that. Or...
And then as you like keep your journal back in your bag, you rustle around going back and forth, and you kind of find it difficult to sleep. I think everyone else would find it a little bit difficult to sleep as the night continues on. This is the last time that I'm gonna make you guys do this within this session, but everyone please deafen except for Spade.
I've been deafening all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We love
I
that.
wanna play.
There's a lot of these. Hello, Spade. Spade, in your mind. What's going through your mind right now?
Wait, the fuck is my hair white?
No one's noticed it yet.
Because no one's brought it up.
They haven't rolled high enough.
Why the fuck is my hair white? I'm really confused.
Mhm.
Spade just wants a break from everything right now. Like, she just wants to, like, get Victor back and then just, like, yeet away, I feel like. Because somehow she's gotten herself involved in some very pressing matters of the world,
Of the
and
world.
not just of a country or a town. It's pressing matters of the world, of gods.
Azaria.
So like she's just trying to like double back and think how she got herself involved into this. Whether she can take it or how she's gonna deal with it.
You find it most difficult to sleep, with the worry and frustration building up in your mind. Eventually, though, it does take hold of you, and you gain a little bit of rest. Within your dreams, deep, you feel a warm sensation brushing against your shoulder. The smell of fresh dandelions and lavender embrace your senses as you find yourself with your eyes closed. You feel like someone is resting their head on your shoulders. What would you like to do?
I open my eyes.
As you open your eyes, you see long flowing locks of hair.
No.
And you feel the sensation. Is it? But you kind of like, no, this couldn't be. Is it?
Can I look at the person? Oh god.
You try and reach your hand out to this person's cheek. And as your hands touch from what you assume to be this person's cheek, feels soft, feminine, smooth, almost amazingly smooth, unlike anyone you've ever seen. As your hand kind of glides, ushering the face forward to your face, you feel your heart skip a beat, as if it's giddy, like a teenager seeing someone that they're very fond of. Your adrenaline kind of paces and races. And within a few milliseconds of laying eyes on her, you immediately know that you're looking at the one you love. Her eyes, unlike any other you've ever seen. In your mindscape, they feel like it's constantly shifting color every few milliseconds. They feel like the sun to you. And every once in a while, you would find yourself looking away because you feel like you're not worthy enough to look straight into their eyes. But you would feel a warm sensation brush against your face as well as she ushers your face to look back in to the sweet bliss. What do you want to do?
I just stammer as I try to find the words. So good. What took you so long?
As you say this, you realize that she's just smiling at you.
No.
She leans in closer, inches away from your face. Closer and closer. You could even feel her breath against your own skin. But before your lips could touch, you awaken from your slumber. You're the first one to spring awake. Your heart beating fast, fluttering. You feel yourself kind of like it's like you rode a roller coaster. Good morning, Spade. What are you doing right now?
Oh, is that what a cock block?
Oh?
Oh
What?
God. First of all, I look at my hair.
As you do look at your hair, it's still a shiny silver.
Alright. Again, I put my bandana over my head. And proceed about my day.
Okay. As you kind of like peer left and right, you see everyone kind of like slowly springing back up, but you do notice like that Alois is not there. I would say that the one who wakes up next would be Mihryn.
I wake up
sees-
like a Disney princess
All right.
Once again.
once again.
You kind of like wake up, and then you almost hear the birds chirping from outside. As the others wake up as well, I would say that the last one to wake up from all of your from all that happened last night would be Hayden.
Yeah.
Hayden, how do you wake up?
It's like, what do you call it? It's like like you know that moment when you just jolt up from having a bad dream,
Mm,
kind of like
yes.
that. Like he ends up falling off where he's sleeping from.
As everyone's kind of like slowly springing yourselves back up and out to be up and about, but Mirren's already like.
Yes,
You
I'm
hear-
like looking out the window.
You hear a loud poof, thud.
Oh, Hayden? Are you
Yeah.
alright?
I'm fine.
Okay. And I go back to the window. Oh,
You even perch your finger as like a bird kind of like perches on it.
hello, little bird.
Just for the
God.
heck of it, can I throw a dart at the bird?
At the bird?
So annoyed. I woke up on the wrong side of the. That was a bad wake. No, I'm gonna throw a dart at the bird.
Go ahead, try your roll to hit,
What the
please.
fuck?
My God, we're already starting violent.
I
Try
woke
to
up
roll to
really
hit at the
pissed.
bird.
We
okay?
hurt like a man.
It
No, we're
it
hurting
kind
a
of
bird.
the dart swoops, but conveniently enough, the bird flutters away.
I just
Your the dart hits the wooden wall.
Oh, Spade, you're awake.
I just like pull the dart out.
Curious? What's with your bandana? Is this a new look?
Yes, it is.
Alright.
With everyone kind of like springing back up, wind chimes, and Aster as well. I would say that because the meeting is scheduled to be very early, would you guys directly go to the council room once again? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yes.
Okay. But yes, Alois is not there. So like as you kind of go into as you kind of go back into the castle, you are greeted with the same guards that do the morning shifts. Um, and the guard is kind of like looking for Alois. But he doesn't like speak to any single one of you as you do make your way to the council room. Both of them, both Lauren and Vaughn is there. Perfect. Please, come in.
Good morning, your highnesses.
Where's Alois?
Is he not with you?
Not right now. No.
Wait, did
He
Alois
didn't
not come back?
with- He didn't come back with us last night.
Curious.
We assumed he'd be with you as his nephews.
You see that as you all go in, Alois comes in kind of last. Apart from the group, he seemed to have stayed somewhere else as the night concluded.
As Alois re-enters the room, he's kind of like in a different garb. His shirt is kind of like a silken white, and his hair is tied all the way up in a ponytail. And he has like a few papers in hand, like he's been scribbling notes somewhere else in the castle. And he's gotten his required 4 hours, but that's about it. Yeah.
Everyone does have a long rest, even though how much you kind of like struggled to sleep last night. Everyone does have a long rest.
Hungry.
You all seem. Are you guys okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot to discuss. As Alois kind of like steps over the papers in his hand, he's spent the night writing notes and like a little sheet of what's gone on, and he passes it out through the council table.
Takes a piece of paper. What does he see?
Basically he's seen it's like folded in half, divided into 2 parts.
Okay.
One is like what they know right now of the gods, and then the other is the whole Crimson Dawn scenario that's happening. And I believe I left the schematics of, and he points over to like the word airship in Lauren's hand of this with Mihryn.
Yes, I do have it. I take it from my bag.
He takes it and he like opens it up. This was who made this?
Is Blaze
I
with us?
look at yeah.
Blaze
I
is,
look at
Blaze is with you right
Alois.
now.
Okay. He drew it down, but he also said that we don't have time to rebuild this ourselves.
Astonishing. How this is the first time you kind of like see Lauren a little bit speechless.
We do
This
not know
is-
how to power it, my lord.
Even my finest even my finest men could not think of something as amazing as this.
Amazing, but it is in the hands of our enemy.
That's true. Perhaps with this we can. He's thinking like, perhaps with something like this we can, in time, do something similar. Maybe when we
For what?
return.
For what?
To level the playing field.
Mirren's face falls. She's like, oh, okay.
To reach those that seem unreachable because we were too slow.
Alois puts a hand on top of the schematics, and there's like a stern look on his face. There's more to this than just us mortals, nephew. And he taps again the other side where the whole god thing is written down.
He kind of like
Priorities.
puts it back to the side.
I want to take it back from him.
He orders like a scribe. Replicate this, please.
I look over to everyone else. I don't think this is yours to replicate. And I put a hand over it.
He kind of like hesitates to give it to you. But this will help us a lot.
You ask permission from the person who made it. You don't make decisions for yourself.
I am still the king. Do you forget this?
Fred, we're technically not your subjects. But it's also rude to just like replicate it and not ask the person who made it.
I see. Puts it in the table. Perhaps another time.
Take it away from him.
He kind of like takes a while. The scribe is sent back. What was the other thing that you wanted me to look up?
The gods, right? This is OOC.
No, yeah, I mean yes. That was Lauren asking.
Yeah, okay, sorry. My brain's fogging up right now. Over here. And then there's like the drawing that Alois has replicated quite a bit for the pamphlet that he distributed around the table.
He looks at it.
I have reason to believe that what I said the other night has merit. There is more to this than just the emissary. And he points over to the lady, but he doesn't say it. I've seen this one before. They've did what the Crimson Dawn was trying to do. And we stopped them by a millisecond.
The lady.
Yes.
I've read about your travels. So, I understand almost everything that's in here except for the eyes.
Not so
What
sure
are the
myself.
eyes? What do the eyes mean?
Wait, you know about the bowl?
The what?
The one next to Dower.
The bowl.
Yeah, I mean like the what? The bowl.
This one? Yeah.
Not really, no. I only heard of the lady from his travels. Records of it.
My lords, does the word Ensar mean anything to you?
Ponders. Not really, no. Is it supposed to have a meaning?
We think that it might have an important meaning.
Vaughn is kind of like just looking, kind of like, kind of clueless with all of that's happening, but he's pretending that he's like understanding the stuff. You see Lauren. So, why is this information valuable?
The gravity of the matter. If they succeed in this, who knows what else could happen?
Yes. That's true. So we should hasten preparations to go to Thagon.
Yes.
Correct?
If I may, if there are records of my travels, are there any records of my brother's studies? Might prove to be useful.
Of course. In the library.
Thank you.
He kind of like folds the paper that you gave him and like kind of puts it to the side. I would like all of you. He kind of pauses because of the worry that he has. I am not as forgiving as my brother. So when we go there, I just ask that you be very respectful. All of you. He doesn't take lightly to disrespect. He's an ambitious man, but very cunning. He looks at all of you.
Is there a reason for us to not be respectful?
You lot seem to act very out of term as he looks towards Aster. Occasionally.
I don't disrespect people who don't deserve to be disrespected. Just letting you know that. Okay, go on.
That attitude will lead to the guillotine. The guillotine. In that place. Not in mine. It's a miracle and a half that he already said yes to accepting our audience. So if you may, we should approach this with the utmost caution. Is everyone okay with this?
Just nod.
As things get to be a little more dreary and intense, with everyone kind of wrestling on the inside with their emotions. In this summer moment, we will end our session for tonight. Thank you all for playing. Ooh, that's unsettling as hell.
GG.
This is not a pog moment.
It's not a pog
Unpog.
moment.
Unpog.
Unpog.
Woo.
Unpog Zep. Unpog. Everyone in the chat, unpog Zep.
Ooh, how are you
We're all
guys?
so
Are you guys all right? You guys all look stressed.
It's like 50 different scenarios happening all at once.
Yep.
You know, but
Unpog.
it's like seeing the bigger picture. I don't want to see the bigger picture anymore, man.
Oh yeah, yes.
Seeing the
You gave
bigger
us the-
picture is a curse.
Yeah. You made us see the bigger picture that everything's connected. I don't want to see it anymore.
I don't want to see it anymore.
I choose to not see.
I do not
I do
perceive.
not perceive.
Man.
Whew. Man,
I say.
it was like, yeah, it was a very heavy, like emotionally heavy session. So thank you guys for being champs and pushing through. Especially also to the audience that we have, the people in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for sticking around with us. Uh,
Yeah.
I can't say that like the things would be a little bit lighter in the days to come, but
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But like,
Fuck.
yeah. I guess as a personal note, for Alois, always remember the conversation that you had in the storeroom. That will be very helpful.
Why are you so ominous about it? Okay, I'll write that down.
Hold on to your seats, boys and girls. Thank you and good night.
Such
No.
a good
Wait.
view.
Yes.
Wait.
Oh wait,
We're not
wait.
raiding?
Yeah, we are going to
Are
raid
we not
someone.
Ra-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to
Okay.
raid. We are going to raid.
Yeah.
Also,
Ken-
while
Ozzy.
that is happening, I just want to remind everyone that we are having a post Valentine's special one shot. If you're free on the 15th of February, please join us with our special one shot. And
And the GC's gonna DM.
I'm gonna DM,
He's
and you're gonna see
DMing.
some familiar
Woo!
faces and new ones as my players. So yeah, if you have nothing to do on the 15th, join us.
Hog moment.
Pog.
Woo!
Chat,
To
who
be fair,
should
it
we
would
raid?
be on Valentine's
It's
Day
no
for
Pog
the West,
Zed
you know.
Ozzy?
Yeah, I
It
think
would-
we can
hmm.
raid Aussie back if you guys want.
He's
Mm-mm.
streaming.
Yes,
streaming.
let's.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go.
Let's raid Aussie, please. Kenshin, just tell us when you're ready.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
That said, I'm gonna say it again. Everyone, please hold on to your seats. This is gonna be a wild and bumpy ride in the next few sessions. Good night.
Night.
Woo.